Divorce Day Diaries, day 258 and 259, and today I'm spending some quality time with my 6-year-old daughter. So one of the upsides of this divorce is the fact that I get to spend these weeks without the kids and relaxing, but I can also use that time to spend more time with the kids. So I don't get a lot of one-on-one time with the kids, obviously, there's 4 of them. Given I'm on holiday right now, and they're on holiday too, I can effectively just steal them away and spend some quality one-on-one time with them, and it's good. I recently had some quality time with my 11-year-old due to the fact that it was his birthday, but why do we need a special occasion? Let's just hang out.
So, first things first, it's over to the local cafe for a nice latte. Fortunately, they're still open over the holidays. They weren't last year, but they are closed on stat days, so I might have to pop over to McDonald's on those days. But once I'm caffeinated, I popped over to the house of the woman I divorced to pick up Coco, and then we were over to the Jurassic Park, whatever they call this, in Christchurch. I'm sure there's a proper name that's not trademarked. So we could have a round of their Jurassic mini golf. So she's never actually played mini golf before, so it was a good teaching moment, you know, sitting down. This is how you position your arms. This is how you're supposed to swing the putter. Often she'd forget, but she did always stop and remind herself to stop, look, aim, then swing. And surprisingly, she actually did better than me on some of the courses. But just in general, she did a lot better than I thought a 6-year-old would. So credit to her. I might have to take her mini golfing more often. But if you sign up for one activity, you get 50% off another activity. So I thought I'd sign her up for another one. The lady at the counter said, oh yeah, it's usually $32, so it only costs you $18. And I was like, do you mean 16? And she's like, 16. And I was like, yeah, half of 32 is 16. And she goes, oh, sorry, maths wasn't my strong point at school. And I was like, that's fine. I didn't finish school. And she said, oh, neither did I. And it was like, oh, it's the blind leading the blind. But we popped over to the Raptor Run, which is a maze. It has 3 entrances and it comes with this all treasure hunt. So you're not just trying to get to the exit, you're also trying to answer these questions. And it's very long. It's spread out over a long section of land. So you can see all these bridges here, that all of that is part of the maze. And of course it has raptors hanging out amongst the maze, naturally, called Raptor Run. But they also just have a whole Ford Explorer in here, piloted by a couple of skeletons, but there are just a few set pieces hanging about as you navigate your way through the maze. Coco constantly reminded me that the best way to get out of a maze is just stick to the left, so that's what we did, and at the end she had a ride on the T-Rex, made sure to buckle herself up, safety first of course, but afterwards I asked her what she wanted for lunch, and to my surprise, she said spaghetti. So we went back home, I cooked her up some spaghetti just straight out of a can and onto the stove. Of course, the Mosasaurus that came with us couldn't, I think it's Mosasaur, not Mosasaurus, but couldn't help to get into it. And then afterwards, I dropped her back to the house of the woman I divorced.
That was a lot of fun. I feel like I should do that almost every holidays. I wonder if I could build that into a holiday thing that I do with the kids. Oh, actually, no, I just suddenly realised I usually still have to work, so it's not quite that simple. Could be an after work thing. I don't know, I'll have to think about it. But for now, I'm going to leave you there and I will catch you on the flip side.